My name is Grant Stubbs, and I just finished up my freshman year of college. My goal as a kid was to play college basketball no matter what level, and I wanted to work my hardest to make that dream become true. I made amazing friendships through playing basketball in high school and created lifelong memories that I will never forget.
This is going to be really fun, and got an absolute great coach and great team, special group of guys, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Who's going to win the game tonight, County High versus Central? Of course, it's going to be the County High Wildcats.
What a run this week for the Tuscaloosa County High boys basketball team. The Wildcats went on the road and beat Briarwood, Woodlawn, and Fairfield in consecutive nights to win the first Woodlawn Invitational over in Beeham. Grant Stubbs hit 9 3-pointers on his way to 31 points in the 55-45 championship game win over Fairfield and was named the tournament MVP as County High improved to 14-4 on the season. They're playing great this year. Grant Stubbs knocks it down, 18-4.
You were down 9 at home to Thompson at halftime, and you come back in the second half and find a way to win that basketball game. That's what this team's kind of been about.
We've had 6, 7 different leading scorers this year, and every night it just seems like it's somebody different. Everything they do, they're together. They have total confidence in each other. It's a lot of fun to coach them, and I know it's a lot of fun as a fan to be in there watching them play.
Let me tell you, we were serious come game time, but we love to have fun.
Monday, 10-1. Tuesday, 11-1. Thursday, 12-1.
Collins had a great game.
What are you doing? He's actually kissing me. What? Yeah, I like it.
I'm so scared. Oh! Ah! That boy ate up.
We go shoot together and we take ice baths together. He won't sleep in the same bed as me yet, but we're getting there.
I'm too sexy for this syrup, too sexy for your girl, too sexy.
And get a montage.
Come on now. Yes, sir. Slip and slide getting loose. More punch than your bowl of juice. And ain't nobody more jiggy than us. Stuff so rough it causes head rush like wood.
Give me your attention, baby.
That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Thanks to my mom filming all my games, I was able to put highlights on my Twitter and ended up receiving 2 Division III offers. I decided to go to Asbury University in Wilmore, Kentucky.
Thank you all for coming out. We all really appreciate it. I'm so thankful that God blessed me with this great opportunity. I've been surrounded with great people, great coaches. My family's done so much for me that I can't even explain to you. There's so many people who've helped me get to the spot where I am today, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. And I love you guys. Y'all are going to do great things, and we're going to stay in touch. It's going to be great. But once again, thank you all for coming. I love all of you, and thank you.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect, do I look fried? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is telling. Tell your demise, I'm with to my side. To push back the ceiling and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights and right by my side. All I see is the sea of people that ride me. If they just knew what Scotty would do to jump out the stage and say I'm a child. The things that created became the most way that I gotta find balance and keep me a smile. Yeah, yeah. That By the state, I'm a hero. I took it from zero to flame. You saying I run it for miles. Wasn't luck, they got me up. I put you on bus and take you around. A couple of guys inside of the school. I gave them the tools to get it off the ground. They say they're the ones when they make their ears can't look in the mirror. That get wild. I stand on the stage, I give them the rage. No turning it down. Can't take it, can't foul. We do in the streets. We do it for keys. We do it for rights. I'm 52 weeks. Ain't for pleasure. I'm coming to tweak. This forever. Infinity. No, but hey, yo, we write it and wrap it around. I take me a beat and I turn to a beast. About the crib on the hill. Made it harder to reach.
Going into college is a full circle of emotions. You're excited to take on a new chapter, but you also realize that another chapter has just ended. For me, I was excited to make new friends and play the sport I love at the next level. When I arrived on campus, I immediately felt at home. Everyone was so nice and it was such a positive atmosphere. I feel like everyone needs to experience being at a small college. We had fun events that we did with our hall and would randomly raid each other's dorms. Shout out to the best RA, my main man, Ethan. He welcomed Drew and I with open arms and made us feel comfortable, especially being 7 hours away from home. It almost felt like we weren't even at school. That is, until the schoolwork started piling up. We still had a good time no matter what, though. For the first couple of months, everything went smoothly. After a lot of hard work and practices, basketball season was right around the corner. There was a varsity and a JV team, and I was put on the JV team. As time went on, I felt that I proved myself, but I stayed on the JV team. We had a scrimmage against an NAIA school about a week before the first game. I started on the JV court and worked my way up to getting some minutes with varsity. Fumbled the ball on my first play, but stuck with it and nailed the shot. With the time I got, I played pretty well and was happy with how I did. A couple of days before the first varsity game, me and my girlfriend of 3 years broke up. I was at a hard time in my life. I will always be super grateful that I was surrounded by amazing people that helped me keep pushing forward. Throughout this time, my friends helped me realize what was truly important, and that was my relationship with Christ. They reminded me that God will never put me in a situation that I can't handle on my own. I felt comfort in that and drew closer to God during this process. I learned that things aren't always going to turn out how you expect them to. What we expect isn't always best for us. During this time, a Bible verse that I leaned on was Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." The first game of the season was here. I didn't play, but we got the win.
What's up, everybody? It's November 8th. The first game of the season just ended, and we're out here getting shots up. Post-game. After the game. Here's Jake Holmes.
Uncircumstantial hard work.
Then the first JV game came around. Luckily, I met a great guy named Ben that filmed all the games for me. I was super happy to be out there playing again. As the time went on, I dressed out for the varsity games, but didn't play. During that time, I was super driven and motivated to work my hardest. Ultimately, the team culture wasn't what I was expecting it to be, and I couldn't see myself staying at Asbury anymore. I'm still so appreciative that they gave me the opportunity to be a part of the team, but I knew it wasn't the right fit for me. I was upset because I really loved the school and everything else about it, but the real reason I went to the school was for basketball, and I wasn't enjoying it anymore. After a Christmas tournament a few days before New Year's, I told the coaches that I was leaving the school and would no longer be a part of the basketball team. I will never forget my first semester of college, and it's safe to say that I learned a lot in such a short period of time. I am very thankful for the relationships I made along the way and the fun times and memories that we shared. I moved out a couple of days before New Year's with so much on my mind, but a plan was already forming together. I wasn't going to give up on my dream. This is how I spent my New Year's. There's something about shooting basketball on your own in a peaceful environment. It's one of those feelings that you never want to let go. It helps clear the mind. Since I was back home, I thought to myself, might as well go into the new year doing what I love, so that's what I did. Curiosity can drive a person crazy. My first year of college was filled with it. With about a week to figure out what was next, the second semester of college was getting ready to start, and it became to be a chaotic time. Where was I going to school? Was I still going to play basketball? Well, I tell you what, I'm so thankful for my parents.
Shout out to my parents for blessing me with so many resources to be the best that I can possibly be.
We weren't even sure if I was going to be able to get enrolled into another school. I was already thinking about what job I was going to have to get, but God continues to bless. My mom quickly got everything figured out within days, and I was headed off to Berry College in Rome, Georgia. The plan going in was to let the coaches know how serious I was about wanting to earn a spot on the team, and ultimately telling them I would do anything for an opportunity. Hard to beat someone who never gives up, right? While that's true, you have to remember that things take time. Being patient is tricky. This is where my faith in God was tested. I had to trust that whatever He had in store for me was meant to happen. I continued to stay in contact with the coaches, but they told me they couldn't add me to the roster in the middle of the season. That was very understandable, but left me with more questions. I knew there would be no guarantee of playing college basketball again when I moved schools, but I thought I would bet on myself and see how things played out. God has a different plan for each and every one of us. Just because things may not be looking so good for you right now doesn't mean that's how it's going to look in the future. Take the positive out of every situation, trust in the Lord, and have a good time with what you're doing. I can tell you right now, I'll be playing college basketball. One day within the first month, a guy named Cole asked me to be on his intramural basketball team. It sounded like fun, and it was another way to get up and down the floor, so I agreed. So while college basketball was still in the midst of their season, I was joining an intramural basketball team, getting reps, meeting new people, but still anxious about the unknown.
The Lord has a great plan for us all, and that's just really what I've been sticking with and trusting, because I know that He's going to take care of the rest. I just have to put that faith in Him.
I met an awesome guy named Kevin. Felt like we had been friends for the longest time and became a dynamic duo out there on the court. I met a lot of other great guys too that I'm truly thankful for. Let's take a recap of the intramural games and some good moments that came with it.
It's tough competition out here, as you can see. The Berry men's soccer team. Not worried about it.
I'm the best baller out here.
Shoot that. All day. All day.
Kevin finally shows up. We got 15 minutes for our game. We're going to put up 50. He's going to put up 45. I'm going to get 5. Airball a few threes. I'm pumped.
Shout out Grant Stubbs YouTube. He's at lucky number 730 subscribers. You could be the one to make it 731.
I think I did a decent job against him.
He's gonna shoot it. He shoots it. He makes it. Through the leg. Quick cross. Spin. He's going up. He's going up. Hey, Ryan.
Shooter, bro. He told me himself.
Oh, he sort of post him up. From deep. Good pass. Oh, he shoots. Oh, yeah, no back. Great pass.
That is a foul.
Step up, step up, step up. He's going all the way. He didn't skip.
The lighting isn't very good. Okay. It's all right. I look good in all lighting.
He's not playing today. I don't get it. He plays track.
That definitely helped me establish more relationships and made me feel super comfortable in a place I hadn't been at for a long time. Barry went on to win their conference and had a good year. I went to all the home games and supported Drew. We played together in high school, and all I thought about was how cool it would be to play alongside each other again. After the season, I got to know a lot of the guys on the team. We played on an intramural softball team together and joined a flag football tournament. I wasn't really worried about my situation anymore, but just thankful that I was in a good place, surrounded by good people. The head coach for the basketball team ended up leaving, and the assistant became the new head coach. I went and talked to him a couple of days before my classes were done, and he didn't have much to tell me. He had a lot going on considering he just got the job and told me he didn't know what numbers were looking like on the roster. We talked about keeping in touch over the summer to see if there was still a chance of me being on the team or not.
So I want you guys to think right now, what is at least one thing that you're doing today that is going to better yourself? Doing a little each day is what I've learned has been best. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with everything that you have to do in one day. It's obviously good to put a lot of work in and do a lot of things. Just got to keep stacking days, never give up, keep getting after it every single day, even when you don't feel like it.
I was excited to get back in town and spend time with friends and family, but I knew there was a lot of work to be done. The month of May went by fast, and the coach and I hadn't spoken to each other. I decided to start a series called Road to College Basketball again.
When you're tired, you got to keep pushing. You got to outlast your opponent.
The days that you don't want to do something but you do it anyways is what sets you apart from everyone else.
At the end of June, I reached out to the head coach. We set up a phone call and I was extremely anxious. He was pleased with how persistent I was in communicating with him and how serious I was about earning a spot. I knew that if I wasn't able to be on the team, that most likely meant my basketball career was over. But God had other plans for me because the coach offered me a spot on the team. I was so thankful that he gave me the opportunity and was filled with so much excitement. After such a crazy year, I finally had a home again and was back to playing the sport I love. God has taught me so much from just my first year of college. The main thing I realized was that the only way you will find true happiness is by pursuing a relationship with Jesus Christ, all while trusting the plan He has for you. Run to God. He is always waiting for you with open arms. It's been a whirlwind so far, but that's part of life. Thank you guys for all your support. God loves you all. Let's see what's in store for this sophomore year.